They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New England Patriots. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. For the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to...
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. J.K. Dobbins with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down now. It's Fields, and he's got room. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 34. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Now a give, right side. Fields. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tucker with an extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Throwing Jones. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. He's going deep for Brown. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
These two teams all tied after one. Here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Lucky. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll try the left side. It's Fields. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They'll go option to the short side. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a give, right side. It's Fields, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. This time, Jackson will throw it. He'll buy some time right. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown! Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Off play action, Jones. And a catch right side by Evans. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Off the play fake, Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He's checking track. Hey, middle. No, we changed it.
Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get him.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a loose football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give right side. It's Fields. And some room to work. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Jones escaping the pressure right. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. And he's taken down inside the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On second down, it's Fields. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
On second down and 4, Jones. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Steps away to his left. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen.
And there will be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. The extra point hits the left upright but goes through anyway. And that will make this a 19-point game. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Jackson. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 152 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. He's got some breathing room. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his the second touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never play their starting quarterback almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Jones looking for Campbell downfield. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep downfield for Boykin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Pats at the line ready to go. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd and 10, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Ravens could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Pats at the line ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Jackson running again. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. On second down now, it's Fields. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson going to run. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they run out of real estate, you should have eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 22. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now they'll pitch it out here. Finding room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 34.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What are they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.